Let me bring in former Navy Admiral and former Pennsylvania Congressman Joe Sestak. Joe, good to have you on tonight. Thanks for your expertise on this. How do we know that this isn't the beginning of escalation? I have to ask the question, how do we know that this isn't going to spiral out of control?
Because we have a president who has made it very clear, Ed, this isn't going to be combat troops that we're sending in, tens of thousands of them. He has set the end limit of what we're going to do. And there's two things he's done. He's made a prudent decision that we're going to have 300 advisors in there that are going to provide the intelligence and the reconnaissance that only we will give our own people coming from satellites above in order to hand over to the Iraqis. And second, he's recognized that ISIS, this rebel force, is almost out of gas. It's stretched with 11,000 fighters from all the way in middle Syria all the way down to close to Baghdad. And now they're up against a military force of Baghdad itself. These are the best troops they've got, special forces. So what he's doing is putting in our ability to provide intelligence and, if necessary, very limited air strikes in order to be targeted appropriately. Prudent and the right decision.
So do you think that our military expertise, our intel, and these resources that are being allocated could really make a difference that would turn the tide and maybe turn these terrorist groups back? Then maybe ISIS would be second thinking about the security of Maliki.
Well, I think there's a probability that now that they've started to besiege, so to speak, Baghdad, that Maliki's forces, along with the Shia militia that's standing up, would be good enough to keep them where they are. This is not a great force that's coming in against these well-trained American forces, because the forces that have been routed already, they're ones that were put into Sunni areas, and they weren't even liked by the populace out there.
Joe,
so my take is, yes, this is going to be able to stop them and help roll them back.
Okay. And the president today talked about how Maliki's got to run his country. He said, we're not going to do it for you. We're not going to prop anybody up or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is that he's got to be inclusive. How much of a wake-up call is this to Maliki? And how much time does he have?
I don't think he has a lot of time, but I can't tell you, Ed, this is going to be a great wake-up call. Based upon my own meeting with Prime Minister Maliki in 2007, 5 people were in the room. I was there with now Secretary of Defense Hagel. I watched this senator tell Maliki almost word for word what we're telling him now. You have got to get a hold of your government, and you have got to be inclusive. A 15-minute meeting went to an hour and a half, and the man didn't change. But I'll tell you this, Ed, if this ISIS, the ISIS force, were to take over Baghdad and were to take over the government, it'd be a heck of a lot worse. This is not worth one American life. But there's a very low possibility we'll lose a life in this because of our unique capability to do things from the air and our special forces. And I think that's why this is a prudent decision.
Okay, I want to play this clip of Ted Cruz earlier today on the Senate floor, and I want your reaction to this, the accusation being made about the president. Here it is.
Has the Obama administration ever armed ISIS? Has the administration given lethal weapons to ISIS? We are doing so to rebels who are fighting alongside ISIS in Syria. And it's an obvious question to ask whether we have in fact armed these radical Islamic terrorists as well.
Your reaction to that, Mr. Sestak?
Well, as you know, Ed, many of these ISIS forces left Iraq to go into Syria, and they left with arms that under the Bush administration, as well as the Obama administration, they had been given. They already had arms. That said, I do think, Ed, that if we had been a bit more quick of arming with small arms the moderate forces there, we may not have given this ISIS force the ability to grow to where they then felt they could come back into Iraq. Okay. But I think that we cannot permit our ability to not be used to make sure that this very harsh Islamic rule doesn't take over that country.
All right. Admiral Joe Sestak, good to have you with us tonight.
Good to be with you,
Appreciate your time. Thank you.